Hi, I am Evan, and I'm here to introduce our project for this Conrad challenge. It's called EduVision. EduVision, as it is inferred by its name, it's a project that utilizes eye tracking techniques and machine learning to analyze user interest in videos and furtherly be implemented into the field of education. We hope that this project can help children and teenagers at a younger age who are still unsure of their future areas of study, yet helps them to explore their potential areas of interests. So our project EduVision, as from what I've seen, I think it has four major advantages compared to existing businesses on the market, which is I've introduced Google, Netflix, and Amazon. They all use user interest analysis system to recommend their users their products. For example, Netflix recommends hundreds of movies and TV shows based on your previous activity on their sites. Our EduVision is about the same kind of principle. It's also trying to predict users' interest based on their activities, but in a much more direct way. EduVision tries to extract users' eye movement by directly using eye tracking techniques and then perform a series of object recognition in the video to figure out what the user is exactly looking at. So it can directly figure out users' interest like right after they watch the video, which is a lot more effective and might be more accurate than the techniques I have said that the big companies are using right now. And that would also produce a much more personalized results because everyone has different eye movement and they all have different interests. And we don't want everyone to be categorized into just kind of not very flexible templates. And that's why I think EduVision can provide the users the most unique experiences. And our third advantage is modern UI. We have designed a interface that is really concise and really easy to interact with, and the clean UI helps the user to naturally learn the system. And finally is our this novel technique that we have implemented into our system, which is eye tracking. So about the app, I will be in a moment show a quick demo of the app to see it in action. This is a YouTube video I have uploaded. So as you can see, that's the program file of this software. And right now it's playing. You can see the video is playing. And right in a second, in the bottom left corner, you can see right now the mouse is simulating the movement of the eye, but right now you can see it's constantly outputting the positions of the mouse. You can see 269 pixel and 172. So it's constantly doing this observation, and in a moment you will see that as the video is playing, there are constantly rectangles covering some of the major objects. And you can see here, that's a very clear image. You can see right there, that's a rectangle labeled person. And that is also a rectangle labeled person, the left and the right. So that just clearly means that EduVision is able to recognize the objects in the screen by utilizing machine learning techniques. We imported from the YOLO 5 library, which is an open source machine learning library on GitHub. And we utilize their technique to allow us to perform such object recognition. And as you can see, what's really interesting is that when my mouse are pointing right in one of those boxes, right down the the bottom left corner, it's also outputting not only the position of my mouse, but also what object is it currently looking at. You can see it's saying that we are currently looking at a person, and now these informations are really useful for our post video analysis of the user's potential interest, because that's all going to play a role in our overall calculation and how we collect the information. Now, obviously, you can see there's a lot of this scene is very chaotic. We can see that this program still reached very high accuracy at determining the bounding boxes for person, and it can even uh, recognize some part of the code, even though it's not correct, but it's really close to that. And all that can be solved from feeding a bunch of images later.